inside the upcoming $3.2 billion new Commanders Stadium plan. What's up, football fans? Today we're diving into what might be the biggest comeback story in DC sports history. The Washington Commanders are coming home to DC in a massive way. We're talking a $3.2 billion new stadium that's about to transform 180 acres along the Anacostia River. This isn't just another stadium announcement. It's literally the largest private investment in DC history. So grab your popcorn, or maybe your hard hat, because we're getting an inside look at the future home of the Commanders. For those who need a quick history lesson, the Commanders spent 35 seasons at the original RFK Stadium from 1961 to 1996. And let me tell you, those were some golden years. 3 Super Bowl trophies, 5 NFC championships, all won while calling RFK home. The stadium was legendary for literally shaking when fans jumped up and down. Opposing teams hated playing there. Since leaving in '96, the team's been through, well, let's just call it a complicated journey. Different name, different stadium, different results on the field. But as managing partner Josh Harris put it, and I love this quote, RFK was once a place our fans loved and opponents feared. We're determined to make it that way again. After nearly 3 decades away, the circle is complete. The Commanders are coming home, and they're not just rebuilding a stadium. They're reclaiming their identity. Let's talk about what this new stadium actually brings to the table. This state-of-the-art facility will seat approximately 65,000 fans, comparable to the NFL's most successful recent venues like SoFi Stadium and Allegiant Stadium. The most notable feature is the roof. Unlike the open-air original RFK, this stadium will be covered, allowing for year-round events beyond just football. Concerts, conventions, Final Fours, you name it. Here's something surprising. The actual stadium will occupy just 11% of the development site. That's right, only about 20 acres of the 180-acre campus. That leaves tremendous space for everything else this project promises. How does it stack up against other NFL cathedrals? While it won't be the biggest in terms of capacity, the integration with surrounding development puts it in a league of its own. Accessibility was clearly a priority in planning. The stadium will be served by multiple public transit options, and the development includes approximately 8,000 parking spots that will serve both the stadium and surrounding amenities. The target date to complete the stadium is 2030. Yes, that's 5 years away, but projects of this magnitude require careful planning and execution. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are state-of-the-art NFL stadiums. Let's talk money, because this is where people usually get fired up. The Commanders' ownership is driving the investment of at least $2.7 billion for the stadium and related improvements. That's private money, not taxpayer dollars. The DC government is investing $500 million. But here's the key point. This comes from the sports facilities fee, previously known as the ballpark fee. This means no cuts to the city's operating budget. There's also $175 million in revenue bonds for parking, funded by stadium activities, $181 million from Events DC for community parking garages, $202 million for utilities, infrastructure, and a transit study. I know stadium financing can be controversial. We've all seen cities struggle with debt from sports venues, but this structure appears designed specifically to protect taxpayers while still delivering a world-class facility. And if you're still skeptical, wait till you hear about the return on investment. We'll get to that in a minute. This isn't just about football. It's about transforming a massive chunk of DC that's been sitting underused for years. This project is about far more than football. It's a comprehensive neighborhood development that includes 5,000 to 6,000 housing units, with at least 30% designated as affordable housing. Restaurants, entertainment venues, hotels, and retail. They're keeping the popular fields at RFK and adding a new sportsplex for youth tournaments. One thing worth noting, 30% of the campus is dedicated to parks and green spaces, including a 32-acre preservation area along the Anacostia River. The stadium construction alone is expected to create approximately 14,000 jobs. Once completed, the development will support about 2,000 permanent positions. Over 30 years, we're talking about $4 billion in tax revenue and more than $15.6 billion in direct spending. But is this realistic? History suggests yes, DC has successfully used sports venues as catalysts before. Capital One Arena transformed Chinatown Gallery Place. Nationals Park revitalized the Capitol riverfront. Care First Arena is driving development at St. Elizabeth's East. Each of these projects turned underutilized areas into vibrant destinations. The RFK campus has even greater potential given its size and location. The RFK site sits in DC's Ward 7, which has historically seen less investment than other parts of the city. This project aims to change that with improved infrastructure, neighborhood amenities, and economic opportunities. The plan includes community input in the development process, particularly for the new Kingman Park district. Local businesses will get priority in the retail spaces, which is huge for creating sustainable economic growth. Some might worry about gentrification. It's a valid concern with any major development. But with 30% affordable housing and explicit commitments to local businesses, this plan appears designed to lift the existing community rather than replace it. The question isn't just whether the Commanders get a shiny new stadium, but whether this development serves the people who live here. The plan suggests that's a priority, so there you have it, a $3.2 billion stadium that's more than just a place to watch football. It's a massive bet on DC's future and the return of a team to the place where it made history. As NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said, this will be not only an exciting site for NFL games and events in an iconic location, but it will also be a community asset and an economic driver. I'll be following this project closely as it develops, and I hope you will too. If you want to stay updated on the new Commanders Stadium and other major sports developments, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It really helps the channel, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about this project in the comments below. Thanks.